Hey there, Sagittarius. This is Kim here with your next 3-day messages. So, the reason I have cards laying out is because I did your reading already, but something felt a little off about the energy, and it was because there was this person coming in or another energy coming in trying to like derail your focus in some sort of way. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start it over. I'm going to show you the cards that came out in the Oracle just to show them to you. But we're going to start the whole thing over with keeping in mind there might be somebody that's trying to pull you off of your focus. It's because they see you being successful in whatever steps that you've been taking. So we're going to ask Spirit to filter that out for this reading because I want to concentrate on what's here about you. Maybe just passing along that message was what was needed. So I had you, let's see, I had the kiss, which is chemistry, the mountain, which means that there could even be fame involved here, like you're going to reach heights where you're really looked up to. The river, the flow state, being in flow state. And then I had the spark of light, which is like hope in the dark, healing, burning off some old situations and connections, and maybe coming into a lot of wealth or abundance with gold. But like I said, I want to redo this reading. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, maybe where you're watching from. Let's chat. It's interesting getting to know people. Lots of different people here from different places. So yeah, we want something kind of brand new, Spirit. Some type of really manipulative energy. I just didn't want to focus on it. And after I was done, I was like, you know what? I think that is the focus in this reading. And I wasn't happy with that being the focus. Okay, the crone and the lover archetype. So they are kind of, the kiss was about chemistry or attraction. And the lover is saying that this is a specific soulmate. Doesn't necessarily have to be for romance. I mean, you might be at a point in your life. I mean, you may be like me, and my mind is kind of, I'm just about doing things that keep me busy and relaxing and spiritual growth. But you always have people still that could be drawn to your path for purposes of that, for fulfilling a purpose, or it can be love. Now, there's some sort of beauty that you contain or you hold in your aura, radiating in your physical, because this one is known as like this graceful, beautiful, effortlessly graceful bird, right? And I believe they like mate. I believe they're one of the ones that mates for life, or if they're like they have a really strong family unit. You can tell me if you know exactly that statistic, because I don't, or a fact. The crone is a really big archetype because this card means that you hold a lot of wisdom. With the raven, I would say magic, occult knowledge, things that are hidden. Look, the crone is the person that sees value in everything. They see value in every experience. They're not quick to judge something as being good or bad because they're able to step back, see the whole higher perspective of things. So the crone is the person who's able to see that everything has a cycle. What goes up must come down. A wave to it. There's a pattern. They notice the patterns. A really strong aura. Certain things won't even be attracted towards the energy of the crone because they hold that much wisdom. This would be a person that can kind of like, when they look into your eyes, you might find that people say that you see right through them, or you're looking into something deeper. When you're looking at people, it might not bother you to have eye contact whatsoever because there's something very intense about you that I'm picking up on. Okay, so going a little, it is a little magical, but but it's wisdom. You may be called like an old soul. You might resonate with that term of being an old soul. So what the world needs, your wisdom right now, for sure. The world needs people that are the crone archetype, people who are not biased heavily on one side or the other. They can see the gray, you know, in things. Things like stereotypes would be thrown out the window with the crone. They wouldn't even be held on to. They can see patterns in that too. They see patterns in, I'm picking up that you pick up on patterns of mind manipulation, subliminal hints, messages. So you don't buy into what is necessarily just popular at the moment, because you see the illusion, the things that are false, even if it's backed up by, oh, but so many people are agreeing with this. The crone you're not going to get the crone to agree just because there's a poll, especially just because there's a poll that tells you this is how you should feel or think. The crone thinks on their own, for themselves. Wise. No matter what your age, I'm going to leave it actually like that, because no matter what your age is, it's telling me that you are a very wise soul, meant to have some experience here. I would say that this would be a person, like if you're somebody here and you're single, then or unhappy or whatever the case is, you know, life brings about changes in very different ways for different people. And once again, the crone doesn't judge how these changes come in. It's not going to judge. All right, so what I'm seeing, though, is that you could be connected with somebody from a different lifetime that is really meant to come together in this lifetime. There's assistance here also at a crossroads, a big juncture in life, or juncture. I'm wanting to say junction now. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying. So if there could be somebody really looking at you, seeing what you're doing. Maybe they're even noticing your focus, some sort of skill that you have. You have the ability to bring about drastic change. With the Uranus card, you have the ability with your mind and your brilliance and your focus to bring about drastic change. This is like invention, innovation. More coffee. Mortification. It's actually, it's like it's a process. It's a process, and it's a stage. It's talking about the death, dying process. So this is the process of transformation and of change. It's essentially, it's like the underworld energy, but it's all been churned up, explored, and picking up shadow integration with this already. Looked at. There was a desire to know yourself. You did that. Now the ground is like ready for something else to be planted. The ground is fertile. It's ready. Yeah. Oh, you're being guided. Ooh. In the best ways possible. They really want you to get this card right here. For goodness. Stop it. I'm stopping. They're too good. It keeps going, and it's even better, but we're going to stop here with that because I just keep pulling. The benevolent guide says that you're being guided into this next part of your journey. Maybe you're being guided in a way that is to help you with the things you do every day, like what keeps you busy, your work. The benevolent guide. This can be a spirit guide. sending you signs, signals, messages through maybe readings, maybe tarot readings, nature. This is so nice. They really do want to say that this, they're pointing out the bee on that tie-dye card. They're pointing out the bee, or it looks like watercolors. It's really beautiful. But so there's something here about your focus, where your attention is going, the observer effect of making something happen, like the divine creator, you know, that you are. Where your attention goes, everything in that area is going to flourish. Where you give love, there is no other choice but for things to grow and change. So you give love to this situation that ended, that closed out. You give it thanks for whatever it brought into your life, whatever lessons you've learned, whatever. Maybe you can analyze people's psychology even a little bit better if you've had to go through something rough regarding a relationship. But that there was something in this energy that was grabbing your attention for a little, maybe like too long. Like it's time now to not focus so much here on what ended or what couldn't be or what didn't work out. Even the things that we regret, or the things that are tied to our own shadow work, personal shadow work. It's time to take the focus now on what you're being guided to do, what you are being guided to grow with love. So you put love into this and attention onto the thing that is growing, and you're going to be extremely successful, like extremely successful. Something about what you're doing is going to blow up or expand in a very beautiful, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening type of way with Jupiter. Because this is like when it's when you feel like luck is suddenly favoring you, your attention is on the luck. Your attention in your life is on how fortunate you are in the ways that you are. And because you're putting love into that type of focus and attention, it's going to grow and expand. And it's like being blessed with the energy of Jupiter. Luck, good fortune, abundance. It grows and grows and grows. So it is going to feel fortunate. Something is going to feel like, and that in your first reading was what I was kind of picking up, was that there is something that you're trying to stay focused on, and there are different, for some reason, it's going to be different for each of you, but there was specific person or persons involved in trying to derail your focus. And it was because they see this, look, they see that you are going to transcend the problems that they're still struggling to deal with. They see that you're on your way. You're on your way. You're about to take flight. In fact, you're taking flight at a time where a lot of other people are not. They're kind of amazed. How is he doing this? It's the crone archetype in you. And it is also because you're being guided. The people here who are old souls, the people here who embody non-biased, open hearts, wanting to spread a message of love and unity, are actually working with the dominant energy now. Those are the ones that are going to be very much so assisted to rise above. Because like that mountain card that I had in your first reading, you're going to be raised to heights where others would look up to you because of some knowledge that you have gained, lifetimes you have gained. And that type of message, or from your life, from just you shining your light and doing it, is what needs to be seen right now. So you're being assisted, even more so, maybe with angelic guidance too, if you feel connected to the angelic realm. And the reason I even say that is because this card, yeah, it can literally mean that you're about to take flight, go somewhere, maybe whatever it is. But what I really think of is, I think of transcendence, transcending earthly concerns and problems. I actually am brought to the Dead Sea Scrolls of Mary, Gospel of Mary, where Jesus was literally saying, you're not here to like battle earthly things. Like with that Christ consciousness, with that energy, that awareness, with that love, he said you're meant to transcend everything. No, I don't think his energy, by the way, is in a box at all. I don't think one group contains that energy and that's it. And that's my stance on it. So, because I've gotten comments before about me mixing things, but you know, it's not a new idea. So yeah, you are transcending things. You're showing people what it means to have this big, beautiful heart, and then also get assistance. By the way, of people being sent your way, like by Spirit sending people your way that are meant to help you, assist you. So here's another beautiful card, and I think we're just going to kind of do your next 3-day energies a little different, because this feels very all-encompassing for you. But I will get some cards out that have like timing on them, you know, that might help us get a little bit more information. But this is the new pearl, and so it only takes that one little grain there to start this whole big process, right? This process of irritation, the making of a new pearl. Not saying that there's going to be just a bunch of irritation for your new experience, but this card is about you having a new experience. Okay, so it is also a beautiful card to get. So what will we do? We're going to go with 108 Oracle. Do I want to show you? Yeah, I'll show you what you got the first time. These were the cards from your first one. It was to overcome hardship and trials in life, having to overcome setbacks, seeing through optical illusions, predictive programming, scuba diver with going deeper, getting to a 0 point where we know so much about ourselves that now there's new stuff to be created, almost like entering into a wider range of consciousness, you know, like you thought you knew everything about this consciousness, and then it goes out a little further, and all of a sudden there's a new experience for you. It feels deep and it feels meaningful. Yeah, it alleviates suffering with the water carrier. Alleviate suffering. And then we had the friends card. We also had another card here with, yeah, crew. You had friends and crew. Very significant with the people that are being drawn to you at this time, because they were talking about you being a leader. And then the flamingos. So soulmates, lovers, union, attraction. Really the only part of that reading I necessarily wanted to cut out was the tarot part, but yeah, we can give a few extra messages. It's not going to hurt anything. Black Widow. Oof. Spirit. Oof. Listen to your intuition. It's on point. It's crone-like. Crystal ball, intuition, premonition, seeing clearly, discernment, perception, sixth sense, an inner knowing. I have the cat here who is acting disinterested. They're telling you to adopt this what I want when I want it, or maybe even looking aloof, independent kind of attitude, because it's necessary right now to block out distractions, is what they're talking about with that. And we have a heavy Scorpio. Then I have a timing card here for you. So there you go with the timing. Within a few days. The situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a few days. This would be one I would like to clarify with the tarot to find out what is in a few days. And then maybe that's how I will do this reading. I just felt like doing it a little bit different than I've been doing it. Well, nice. It's the inventor. There's something that you're inventing or coming up with, and I think it has to do with being in a time on this earth of uncertainty where there's just so much change going on all at once. But here with the inventor card, like, you are the mastermind here to innovate something. Maybe it's just the way that you do things. It's innovative. It's setting trends. And this is talking about the modern era. Also, a modern way of thinking. Eclipse. Okay, so if you are experiencing like temporary darkness where you're not really sure, and you can't see anything metaphorically, like everything's just not very clear, but it feels like a powerful time, it's because it is. This eclipse, it will move past quickly in your life, but it has to do with a union of opposites, something that will be revealed to you. Temporary block. That's the main message here, is that it's temporary. Whatever it is that you're going through at this time that you feel like is a block or maybe a challenge. Oh, I have the shooting star. I have map that's actually laying on top. It came out on top of within a few days. So that would be interesting. That's kind of giving me the Three of Wands energy, a new journey. Exploration, find your way, locate, unknown destination, new territory, lay of the land, plan, prepare, chart a course, read the signs. The shooting star, quick action, wish granted, rare, falling, a moment in time, passionate. So just as quick as the darkness is, also this passion, this brilliance, this shooting star, wish granted energy will be coming in too. They're really wanting to say that. Okay, I saw this and I was thinking, okay, it's talking about times of uncertainty, but they're wanting to show me that it's been in the reverse. It's been in the reverse in the deck, and it's coming out in the reverse clearly. So they're wanting to ease your mind here with uncertain in the reverse. Like, at this time, this stuff, this new stuff, this transcendent energy is yours. You can be certain about that. Even when everything else in the world feels like it is absolutely uncertain, you have protection. You have protection. You have a divine team. And like I say, they're supporting your soul at this time because of the knowledge that you carry, because of what you are doing to help raise levels of awareness, love, consciousness. Yeah, it's very, very important for you to be certain there is a rainbow at the end of this situation. There is a rainbow. Wish granted, serendipity, godsend, prosperity, manifesting wealth, and perfect timing. We'll get one more. And like, you are protected. I have autumn, might be another timing card when something really big comes about. Okay, so yeah, I have that. That's coming up very soon, guys. Very soon. So you could be looking around the end of September, beginning of October. Like, you could be looking at that for the timing. I think it's the timing of something big with this Jupiter thing. So big expansion, looking at that autumn for us, but we're looking at Libra season, Scorpio and Sagittarius. Maybe September, October, November. So we have, but another message, 9-9. You are being protected at this time by these forces. You have of course, you have your guardian angel. I feel like you also have some sort of angel protecting you from attacks, or from spiritual attacks too. Anything that's trying to derail your focus at this time. So what is within a few days? What is within a few days? The Wheel of Fortune on top of the rainbow is within a few days. Oh, and you know this. You already know this. Could involve travel. I have the Knight of Wands. Could involve a twin flame energy or somebody very connected to your soul, right? Very strong soul spirit connection. High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, number 10, number 2. This is great. So we have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, the fixed signs. There's something in your destiny that it is certain that this is going to turn for you. This will be a wish granted. You do get a new experience, a new season. You're here to set into motion a new cycle within the whole world, for the whole world. And this is something that you know. There's something that you could focus on inside yourself at this time a little bit more that will give you some more answers. So I'm not sure if this is like in a meditative practice, during breath work. I love bonfires, or the fire that she's sitting next to. I love that. That's always, man, you could get some wild energy, especially with you being a fire sign. You can get a lot of energy and pick up a lot of messages from kind of like fire gazing. So there's something here that you can do, that you can focus on. Focus on your own spirituality. Keep something to yourself, especially if it's involving information that's being downloaded to you, help from your spirit guides about something that is innovative, or that is going to be opened up by you, only you here. You don't want somebody to like steal your idea, is what I think. That's a lot. That's a lot, but we'll take it. Yeah, okay, another sign with that Four of Pentacles, he's holding his ears here. There's other people kind of wanting what this person's got, honestly. It's what it looks like on the card. But what they're doing is they're kind of shutting out the noise. They're focusing on building their own stability and foundation. They're keeping grounded at this time. And they're trying not to listen to all of the cries. I don't know if that's the right. Fear that's going around. They're trying to block things out because they're protecting their energy as they're building up something materially. So here's that Knight of Wands. I said this could be like a soul connection, a person that's going to feel very passionate about you, because you could be moving in some sort of direction, traveling. Stay focused on your own passion. Queen of Pentacles here. She is grounded, stable. Doesn't look like she needs a king. So, wow. Okay. So, man, yeah, the Hermit. Doesn't look like she really needs anybody to me. But, of course, it'd be always good to have some help or assistance. If you were looking on the outside at this person, you would see somebody who receives money fairly easy. Their finances, like they don't overdo things. They're able to hone in on their resources. They're able to keep things stable. They're very fertile. They multiply things. They're also known as the matriarch because like they're the ideal partner for somebody else that's nurturing, kind, compassionate. However, a lot of you all might be doing like your own thing here with the Hermit, where you're just to yourself, focusing on getting things right with you, getting things good with what you're building, your finances, building those up, and doing a lot of self-reflection with the Hermit. No, it's too many. I saw 10 of Swords though, but that's too many. So this can be an offer coming in. The Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Swords still at the bottom. So something very hard that's going to be put in the past. Completion. The Knight of Pentacles is an offer that's solid, stable, dependable, loyal, honest. And I think it involves a significant person. It could be the person offering you this, but this is honesty, loyalty, stability. It's secure, it's steady. And that has the Two of Cups with it, and the Nine of Cups, which is, this is you, your happiness, protecting it, getting your wishes fulfilled here. And then I also have person, the lover, a specific real love, soulmate, or somebody meant to absolutely come into your life to offer you this thing that could be a job or something like that. It gives you more options. Here's the energy that tried to creep into your first reading, Five of Wands, that I just didn't want to deal with too much. So we did something a little bit different. Let's get an angel number message for you, and I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you for joining me today. If you would like a private reading, the information's in the description box below. And thank you for your support with those, by the way, so far. I did see 77, 26, 13. I am confident. 26. You have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness allows you to pick up on what people need to come up with innovative solutions. That's the inventor card. So I am tactful. And then the 7-7 says, it is time to move on from old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desire and ambition. Now is the time to be bold and brave. I am brave. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, and you love and light. Bye.